Every single day, over 3 million sardines are pulled from the ocean, rushed into massive factories, and sealed into cans that travel to more than 150 countries. But what does it really take to turn these slippery little fish into the tins stacked in your pantry? Let's find out how factories pull off this massive operation day after day. The canned sardine sector is a significant industry worth $9 billion in 2025 alone. These fish are incredibly important, especially in the US, the Philippines, Portugal, Spain, and the entire West Africa region, where they are a basic part of their everyday meals. There's a good reason for the popularity, as these cans can last on the shelf for up to 5 years. Great for emergencies, travel, or an easy, no-hassle meal at home. However, being able to get sardines from the ocean into a can that lasts that long is not so straightforward. It's not just fishing, it's a race against time, a battle of speed, precision, and heavy-duty machines, all working together to keep the fish fresh and factory-ready before the clock runs out. As the sun begins to dip below the horizon, fishing boats roar to life at coastal harbors. This is prime time, dusk. Sardines rise toward the surface in massive silver clouds, following the plankton that dripped up with the fading light. In the old days, fishermen relied on clues from nature, flocks of seagulls circling overhead or tiny bubbles breaking the water's surface to track down a school. But today, it's all about sonar. High-tech sensors on the boats scan the deep, bouncing sound waves through the water, and reveal the exact location of the fish below. Once a school is found, it's game on. Boats race into position, crews leap into action, and massive nets are launched into the sea. It's fast, it's intense, and it's all about timing, because if the sardines slip away, that's thousands of dollars swimming off into the dark. Once the school is spotted, the vessels perform a quick operation called purse seining. The boat allows the net to drop in the water as it goes around the sardines and borders the fish completely. Then, the boat gathers the bottom tight, like a drawstring, holding the fish locked up without the ability to escape. The only thing is that sardines are delicate, and when stacking them tightly, you can crush the fish. To avoid this, the picking crew uses smaller scoop nets to scoop the sardines out of the large net and transfers them to the boat, piece by piece. It is a fast, delicate process. If there's too much delay or a bad scoop, hundreds of fish will float back to the ocean. As soon as the sardines are on board, the race against time begins. They're quickly loaded into large refrigerated trucks waiting at the dock. The goal is simple but urgent. Get the fish to the factory within just a few hours. If the sardines sit for too long, they lose their freshness, and that means wasted product. With global demand higher than ever, there's no room for delay. Tight schedules, non-stop transport, and round-the-clock operations keep things moving fast. Every second counts. The clock is ticking, and sardines wait for no one. The moment the trucks roll into the canning plant, the operation kicks into high gear. This isn't a small setup. This is a high-capacity factory built for speed and volume. Around 1 million sardines are processed here every single day, handled by a team of over 1,000 workers and rows of automated machines working in sync. As soon as the sardines are unloaded, they're placed into large vats of ice-cold water to lock in freshness and slow down spoilage. Inside, it's non-stop movement, fish coming in, machines roaring, and people working side by side to make sure not a minute is wasted. These factories don't sleep. As soon as the sardines arrive, the entire system moves like clockwork. Inside the plant, the sardines move straight from the ice baths onto a long conveyor belts. The first step is cleaning. The fish are rinsed thoroughly in seawater to remove any sand or debris from the catch. Then, coarse salt is added, not just for taste, but to firm up the texture of the flesh before cooking. Depending on where the sardines are headed, the preparation style can change. In some countries, people want full fish, head, tail, and all. In others, especially in Western markets, the heads, tails, and guts are removed, leaving only clean fillets. It all depends on the market. What's considered delicious in one part of the world might be unappetizing in another. Next comes one of the most important steps, filling the cans. Open bottom tins steadily move along the conveyor belts, and workers stand ready at each station. Despite all the high-tech machinery, this part is still done mostly by hand. Each sardine is carefully placed to fit just right. It's not just about presentation, it's also about hygiene and consistency. Hand filling helps reduce the risk of contamination and makes sure every can has the correct amount of fish. After filling, each can is weighed. If it's too light or too heavy, quick adjustments are made on the spot. Even in 2025, with all the automation around, skilled hands still play a vital role in getting every single can just right. Once the cans are filled, it's time to cook the sardines right inside the cans. They're lined up in huge industrial ovens where steam does all the work. The temperature is carefully controlled at 100 degrees Celsius, and the steaming lasts for about 30 minutes. This method locks in the natural oils and flavor of the sardines without overcooking or drying them out. Since the fish are sealed in their own juices, the result is tender, rich, and perfectly preserved. It's a simple but effective way to keep the taste intact from factory to fork. After steaming, the cans are gently tipped and filled with oil, usually olive oil or soybean oil, depending on the brand and where the cans are headed. This oil isn't just for flavor, it also helps preserve the sardines and keep them moist during storage. In regions like Portugal, you'll often find premium sardines packed in extra virgin olive oil and sometimes even spicy, lemon-infused, or herb-seasoned versions. The oil adds richness, boosts shelf life, and turns a simple fish into a flavorful meal right out of the can. Once the oil is added, the cans head straight to the sealing machines. Lids are pressed on under high pressure, creating a tight vacuum seal that locks out oxygen. This is what gives sardines their long shelf life, anywhere from 2 to 5 years without refrigeration. But sealing isn't enough. Next comes sterilization. The sealed cans are loaded into massive autoclaves, giant steam chambers where they're heated up to 110 degrees Celsius for up to 90 minutes. It's like a high-pressure sauna for the sardine, powerful enough to wipe out any bacteria while keeping the fish tender and full of flavor. After sterilization, the cans roll down the final stretch, labeling and packaging. Each can is wrapped in its signature design, from sleek modern labels to vintage-style prints that give a nod to tradition. Some brands even use hand-drawn artwork or bold colors to stand out on crowded shelves. Once labeled, the cans are sorted, packed into boxes, and stacked for shipment. Whether they're headed to a supermarket in New York, a corner store in Manila, or a market in Lisbon, these little tins travel far, reaching over 150 countries around the world. From sea to shelf, it's a journey powered by tech, teamwork, and tradition. Each tin holds more than fish. It holds precision, speed, and a bit of ocean magic. So, next time you crack one open, remember the hands, the machines, and the miles behind it. If you enjoyed this journey from sea to can, give that like button a tap. Hit subscribe for more behind-the-scenes content.